I wanted to just kind of ask you again if you can explain the target market and if you can explain exactly what you were selling when you were doing.
Yeah, for sure. They were legal services to small business owners, maybe ironworks, carpentry. Oftentimes, one of the biggest pain point for this group was the fact that they would produce some kind of a product, an ironwork or some kind of a cabinet or whatever. They would give it to the client. The client wouldn't pay them back. And so these legal services, we were able to have an attorney send a letter on behalf of that client that I was signing up for the membership so that they could get their money back. And so it was easy for them to justify paying me in order to get, a small amount in order to get a big amount that was owed to them because they couldn't do it otherwise. They might be calling and chasing them and they couldn't do it. So we knew that the questions were geared towards that. Have you ever had difficulty collecting money from your clients? It's like, yeah, all the time, right? And so it's like, well, how much do they owe you? Well, they owe me $2,000. Well, this is only $150. So, if we can help you get what that $2,000 back, would you be interested? So I would present right there on the spot.
Okay, okay. And now that's a great example because, it was effective. It worked for you. Now, obviously, in different industries, it's going to look different, right? The door
Sure.
knocking process. So I know you also come in from a real estate background,
Yep.
right? So how would you say it looks there?
Well, it's just a matter of figuring out who your target market is, who are the people that can say yes. And I know there's gatekeepers and all that kind of fun stuff. I always try to find ways that I could get around that. So to give you an example, one way I would do it for folks who today, with sites like LinkedIn, that, I wasn't really familiar with back in the day. I don't even know how long they've been around, but sites like LinkedIn, what I would do today, if I was going to cold call and I didn't want to get beat up over and over and over, I wanted to have a way that I could get a few sentences out, get a presentation going. Here's what I would do. First of all, I would answer the following question so that way I could quickly, I'm talking within seconds, get out a hook, something that would stop them what they're doing, capture their interest. So as a copywriter, this is what I do all the time, but I do it in writing form. In this case, what I would do is I would answer the following. I want to be able to provide them something that they want, plus something else that they want, without something they don't want. So, hey, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, if I could show you how to get something that you want and something else that you want without something that you don't want. And even better, you would add a time frame in the next 24 hours, the next 7 days. Would you want to know about it? So there's the hook is my quick couple of seconds lead in option. What I would do today is I would take my phone and I would take a software called Loom, LOOM .com. I'd record myself saying that. And as soon as I'm done recording, it would give me a link to the recording. For $10 that I pay a month, I can put a link at the top of the video. So if this is my video up above, there'd be a link that would be a book call with me.
Right.
And I've done this, actually, I've tested it out just for fun, and it worked. It got people to hear my pitch, my elevator pitch, or what have you, my hook in this video, not to mention the fact that my face dominated the entire message inbox of the person. So there's a big image of me kind of moving, a GIF, I guess is what it's called. It's kind of me in motion. So they naturally want to click on it. When they click on it, they hear my hook, my pitch, and then I just ask them to book a call up above, and I can put a link that books a call to me. So that's one way to do it. It's not the only way, but it's definitely one way to do it that I can then get that message out to a lot of targeted people, and I avoid the gatekeeper because I'm going directly to the person that can make the decision.
Yes. And don't you love the word gatekeeper? As soon as I hear that word, I'm like, let's
Cringe.
go and hide.
Yeah, it
Right.
just creates more steps. So if you can get
Mhm.
around that, sure. Yeah, it's even better.
Yeah. Yeah. And now let's talk about closing.